We'd like to welcome you tonight and call this meeting to order. At this time, I'm going to ask you to please stand, and Councilman Buddy Fowler is going to lead us in our invocation.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Let's bow our heads. Our Father, we're grateful for the opportunity to gather and do the town's business. We're very thankful for the crowd we have tonight, Father. As we move through the year and transition into a new year with a new council, we ask you to continue to be with them. We have a lot of people here tonight, their friends, family, and supporters that's representing them. We ask you to guide and lead them as you have us, Father. We know through you all things is possible. We have the Christmas season coming upon us. We ask you to remember the reason for the season, Jesus, Lord our Christ. Father, we ask you to be with all those that need help and all the families that need help. Be with them, and Father, bring our troops home safely. Be with all those families that are in the military and those that are abroad as well, Father. We ask all these things in your most precious name. Amen.
Amen.
And at this time, Mayor Pro-Tem Donald Helms will lead us in our pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'm going to call on Kyle Brewer. He has a special recognition for our finance department.
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, Council. It is my distinct honor to recognize the small but very mighty finance department today. So if you will please come up, it is a squad of 3. You laugh, but the things that they do. So to my right, I'm going to just introduce them down the line, is Melissa Moore, is our finance director. We have Donna Reese, sorry, and Wendy Davis over here. Newest to the group is Melissa. Again, she's our finance director, so she oversees all the town finances, the budget, preparation, et cetera, making sure that we are spending our money wisely. She is the no lady, so her first answer is usually no, which is good. That's the type of strings that we need on that purse. So Melissa is new to us, but she's been here for about 9 months, but she has 27 years of experience in the finance profession. She has served in local government positions for 15 of the 27 years and began her public service in 2008, joining Jones County local government as the finance officer. She also became the clerk to the board in 2014. Melissa left Jones County in 2015 and joined Onslow County as the internal auditor. She served Onslow County for 6 years in various roles, including the solid waste director. In 2021, Melissa returned to Jones County Public Schools as the finance director and served the school system until joining the Surf City team in March of 2023. Melissa holds a Bachelor of Science in Accounting from the University of Mount Olive and also has the North Carolina Public Finance Officer certification from the University of North Carolina School of Government. Melissa resides in Jacksonville, North Carolina with her life partner Tony and 2 Dachshunds, Ginger and Sparky. Melissa's been a fantastic asset to the town in her 9 months, and we couldn't do it without her. On her team is, with the 2 combined 32 years of experience here in this town of Surf City. So Donna, please excuse me, as I should not have forgotten your last name. I have the distinct pleasure of literally working in the same hallway as all these fine ladies, so my apologies. But listen to this. Donna first started working for the town in October of 2004, where she worked with Steve Padgett in the Community Development Department. She left in December 2007 to be a stay-at-home mom to her son Owen. She came back to the town full-time in December 2014. She worked reception at the front desk as well as deputy tax collector and deputy town clerk. She attended the School of Government and became a certified deputy tax collector in November 2017. She is currently the deputy tax collector, deputy town clerk, and accounts payable. She has lived in Surf City for almost 20 years with her husband Gil and, as mentioned, her son Owen, who is now 15. So we appreciate you, Donna, for everything that you do. Wendy Davis has worked with the town now for over 20 years. She came to work with the town of Surf City on July 7th, 2003 as administrative assistant in the community development office. She moved into the finance department in August 2006 and became knowledgeable in payroll, accounts payable, and began learning tax collections. Her current position is now the assistant finance director and tax collector, and her duties consist of collection and billing of taxes, finance procedures, and payroll for the town. In May 2007, she enrolled in a week-long course at the North Carolina School of Government on fundamentals of property tax collection and was awarded a certificate for satisfactory completion of the course in September 2007. Wendy applied for her certified deputy tax collection status through the North Carolina Tax Collection Association Certification Committee. She had to complete a year in tax collections before she could be eligible. After this year at the Spring North Carolina Tax Conference, she was awarded her certificate as deputy tax collector in the state of North Carolina. On July 21, 2015, she was appointed by the town manager to the tax collector. After working for more than 3 years in this position, she was then awarded and certified by the North Carolina Tax Collectors Association as certified tax collector on October 9, 2019. Wendy resides in Sneads Ferry since 1998 and has been married to her husband, Michael, for 25 years now, and they are proud parents of son Ethan, 19, and daughter Emma at 15. So these are all wonderful people, and I'll tell you, when I started with the town, if I had a question, this was the group I always went to because they know everything about the town, from selling dune placards to paying taxes to leash laws, et cetera. So how about giving them a round of applause?
At this time, I'm going to call on our Beautification Enhancement Committee Awards to be presented, and Miss Terry is here tonight to present these awards. And you can just turn that mic around like Kyle did so everybody can hear you. That'd be awesome.
I'd like to call Cody Lugins up for the Business of the Month for Shaka Taco and the Surf School. Ironically, his home won the Home of the Month as well.
Thank you guys very much. I just want to say we really do appreciate these because my brother primarily works really, really hard on the shop. If you cruise by there, we've got plants that have been there for almost a decade, and had a live oak that was completely dead when we moved in. It's like 8 feet tall, so we are really proud of it. So thank you for the awards, and sorry you all had to deal with me tonight.
We appreciate you, Cody. We thank all the residents and business owners that keep their place looking nice and presentable for the town. At this time, I have a special recognition for Buddy Fowler in his appreciation for 20 years of dedicated service and commitment to the town of Surf City. It says, William J. Buddy Fowler, in grateful appreciation for 20 years of dedicated service and commitment to the town of Surf City. We appreciate you.
I want to thank the mayor and the town for giving me the opportunity to represent you as your voice here on the town council. I have enjoyed my time, and it's everything. You must move on. Progress waits for no man or no woman. Things must move on. As we transition tonight, I would like to ask all of y'all to give the same support to the new council members coming in that you gave to us. Be with them, support them. There's going to be times that you're going to question yourself. Believe me, they have your best interest at heart. This is not a good position to be in. It's not a difficult position, but it's one that does require sometimes doing some things you would not rather do by law and by conscience. It's the right thing to do. And I got all the faith in the world in this new council coming in that they will do that. And it has been, as I said, it's been my pleasure and my honor to serve you, and I thank you.
And at this time, Donald Ray Helms, in grateful appreciation for 24 years of dedicated service and commitment to the town of Surf City. We are very thankful for all you do.
I want to thank everybody that has supported me throughout the years. I have had an enjoyable time. Years have flown by. I knew I had a lot of years on, but I didn't know exactly. But Xander reminded me I had 24 years on the council, and I've enjoyed it. I want you folks to support the new people that are coming on because they need your support. And the people on the council also needs your support. So, and the mayor and that gentleman over there, Kyle, needs your support. He has a lot of difficult decisions to make, and they're all for the good of the town. And I've enjoyed my tenure here, and I'll spend a little bit more time at home aggravating Will. So, thank you very much.
At this time, I will ask for
I'll make a motion to
adoption
adopt
of the
the
agenda.
I'll make a motion, we adopt the agenda.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion to adopt the agenda is carried. Next item is can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make that motion that we approve the consent agenda.
And I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries the approval of the consent agenda. And this time I'm going to call on Carla to call up any public comments? No public comments. Okay. All right, so we're moving right along to public hearings. Amy Combs, our town planner, she would come forward and she will present the special use permit for 412 Roland Avenue, which was continued from the November 8th, 2023 meeting.
Madam Mayor, before we begin, I just want to remind the council, this is a quasi-judicial hearing. Has anything happened since last month that wouldn't prevent you guys from being fair and impartial and base your vote solely on the evidence? Okay. Ms. Combs, if you'll just tell us where we left off. Ms. Amy Schaefer is also here on behalf of the applicant, and this is application to modify an existing SUP to increase the number of boat slips or rental slips by 10. But I'll let the applicant's attorney describe that how she would like. Go ahead, Ms. Combs.
So the special use, I'm just going to give a brief overview and not go through everything that we went through last month. Just save a little time tonight, plus you'll remember it. So the brief history of the project is that the subject site is currently known as the Topsail Island Marina. This marina was originally approved by CAMA as a part of a larger development. Since then, it has been split into 2 different properties with 15 permitted boat slips and the remaining property remaining with the Topsail Island Marina. In 2017, a special use permit was issued to allow 8 of those 15 slips to be used as a motorized watercraft rental, as well as 1 tour boat company to operate out of the marina. In 2022, the applicant requested to increase the original special use permit to all 15 of the motorized watercraft rentals, with an option of up to 25 if CAMA approved that permit. At that time, council agreed to the 15, but would not give them that moving target. They requested that they come back before council to present again if they were able to obtain that permit. Well, on July 25th of 2023, the applicant did receive approval from CAMA to increase the number of boats utilizing the existing dockage from 15 to 25. They are here tonight to request an additional 10 motorized watercraft rental spaces. The applicant's presentation will provide pictures detailing the dockage of the 25 boats within the existing marina structure. There were some questions, last time about that, so the applicant will address that tonight in their presentation. I do want to remind everybody that the special use permit defines the approval process for special uses. The decision is made by the town council after an evidentiary hearing, which we are holding tonight. The town council, in granting the permit, must find that all 4 of the following factors exist: that the use will not materially endanger the public health or safety if located where proposed and developed according to the plan as submitted and approved by the issuance of the special use permit. Number 2, that the use meets all required conditions and specifications. Number 3, that the use will not substantially injure the value of adjoining or abutting property, or that the use is a public necessity. And number 4, that the location and character of the use is, if developed according to the plan as submitted and approved, will be in harmony with the area in which it is to be located and in general conformity with the land use plan and its policies for growth and development as applicable in the town of Surf City. My packet that is in your packet has more details on that and has all the additional information. Ms. Schaefer is here tonight and would like to provide a presentation that answers some of the questions that were raised last week. I'm happy to answer any questions if they arise.
Thank you. I do want to be cognizant of your time and all the people in the room, but also give due process to this hearing. So my presentation goes over a lot of what Ms. Kimes went over in her presentation, so I'll be quick with that. I did want to say also there was some questions for our expert, and Greg Fitch from Davie Resource wasn't able to be here in person tonight. Mr. Cannady, I know you know how that feels. So he's on Zoom. So if you all have any questions that I can't answer that we're not providing in the presentation, he is here for more detailed information.
Schaefer, before you start, what's his name?
Yes, Greg Finch with Davie Resource Group.
And I don't recall, he wasn't sworn in last time.
He
right?
he was not. That's correct. Thank you, sir.
So if we are going to ask questions of Mr. Finch, we need to get him sworn in before that happens. So, okay.
Thank you. So at the last meeting, there were some questions about how the docks would operate. And so we were asked to go and get some aerial photographs as well as do some modeling. So we do have those for you all today. Maybe? Okay, there we go. Let me skip to those. So again, if you can see, there were some questions about the channel. And so the center line of the channel is here on that, on this slide. And we've, it is about 34 feet from the center of the channel to boat 8 on that slide. There was a question of where the channel was. And we also took some drone photography as requested of what the boats would look like, because there were some questions. Would they hang out? Would people be jumping from boat to boat? Our safety regulations do not allow that, and so this would be the boat configuration. And again, just another, this was the CAMA plan that was submitted with the permit approval. As you can see, it shows the riparian setbacks as well as the center line of the channel there. So I would like to point out that we're really here because the code requires that motorized rentals get a special use permit. This is already an operating marina that would be regulated by the CAMA permit. This is more for the use of rentals, not really the number of slips or the number of boats, except for your ordinance requires that for rentals. And so that's what we're here requesting today. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions, and Mr. Finch is available as well. We also do have copies of the field investigation report conducted by Mr. Jason Dale with CAMA that he conducted as part of his evaluation. So if the council would like those, we can certainly pass those out. It's about a 3-page document.
Can we ask her a question?
Do we need to open the public hearing first?
Well, it was open when we resumed it, but
Okay.
you're fine with that, right?
Yes, sir.
Before we get started, how many slides was this PowerPoint? Well, let me ask it a different way. Do you
Sure.
want to introduce that into evidence as an exhibit?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Kimes, any objections wherever you went to? Okay. I believe we've already accepted into evidence the staff report.
Yes, sir. My notes indicate we did.
And you had a presentation last time too, or no?
We didn't get to that.
Okay. So that'll be Exhibit 1, the staff report, and Exhibit 2 will be your PowerPoint, and both should come into evidence without any objections.
Taking it back to the aerial photo of the layout of the boats there. So when I counted there quickly, I think I counted 14 boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
That might be a zoomed in, just to kind of show the, I'm looking back to Mr. Hollenbaugh. That might be a zoomed in just to show the configuration, but that would be the general configuration of them all. And I think you can see that a little bit better on the site plan where you can see the entire marina.
On the site before that you were just at.
No, other way.
Not that
Sorry.
one. That one.
That one.
So it looks like there that you're actually jumping on one boat to get on the other boat in that picture.
No, ma'am. May I? Do you mind if I?
Sure.
So the slips come through the middle, and then, you know, you would access through this. And as Mr. Hollenbaugh said at the last meeting, the staff would take care of any boat movement and pull those out to the slip. I just wanted to verify that is what he said last time.
So so the operators wouldn't be taking that, I'm looking at this photo, the second one from the right, going this way.
Yes, sir.
That one boat is this way and the other two this, so your staff would move out that boat that's back?
Correct.
Not the operator?
Correct, yes, sir.
What is the depth? We asked for the depth of that inlet
Yes, sir.
in the middle of it now.
Yes, sir. So according to the field investigation report, and Greg, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. He's
Okay.
not been sworn in.
And no, I just want to make sure he can hear me in case I'm misstating. But according to the field investigation report, Mr. Dale's report said that the water depths in the vicinity of the proposed, the water depths in the vicinity of the proposed facility range from 6 to 7 feet relative to normal low water.
Okay.
I think as a whole, the council was, me included, was concerned about the safety issue. Was there enough room in that channel for the boat to get out and one to pass? What was the depth of the water? Would have a big thing to do with it. Because usually on low tide, some of those things get pretty low. But the safety issue also, that the mayor mentioned about going from boat to boat, you seem to have answered that. And I was looking through all the papers that you gave and the conditions and what we were looking for and what we were asking for. And I'm satisfied that you've met those.
Thank you. Thank you. And just for additional facts, I asked Mr. Finch about that. Mr. Koloski, you were asking about the last one. The switch to more boats actually decreases the weight of each individual boat, which actually helps with the water depth. I didn't know that, and that's why we asked Greg to be around in case you had any additional questions.
This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in our audience that would like to speak? This is your right to speak. If you have a question, you can come forward and ask your question. Is there anyone that would like to speak? Please come up and state your name, and the attorney will swear you in.
Desiree Taryn, 105B Anchor Drive.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Under penalty of perjury?
Of course.
Can you give me your name again, ma'am?
Desiree Taryn.
I need to ask you questions about standing, because this is a quasi-judicial hearing. It's not a normal, like, legislative hearing. Do you live near this property?
I do live about half a mile from there.
And do you contend that you will suffer some damage distinct from the rest of the community if this amendment's granted?
No.
Before the board asks you questions, Ms. Schaefer, do you have any standing type questions? This is just a procedural matter, ma'am.
Sorry. No, nothing as to standing. If she's just speaking in the public hearing, that's fine.
Okay, I can just speak, right? No questions. Okay. I just want to speak on behalf of, I'm there often. I've utilized these facilities a few times. I see absolutely no damage in allowing them to have these additional rental boats in place. As a functioning, as I've seen it function, there's at no point in time a renter that goes and gets in a boat and it would be navigating the waters and navigating the boats in and out. It's always a worker that kind of navigates all of that. So I don't foresee any issue there. Additionally, I don't foresee any issue as a community member as far as the traffic in and out of there. There's not a lot of traffic currently. I don't see 10 more boats creating any additional traffic. Overall, I don't see it as a problem at all. And willing to answer any questions if you might have as somebody who has utilized these facilities multiple times in the past.
Any cross, Ms. Schaefer? No, sir. Thank you. Any questions from the board?
No, sir.
Ms. Kimes, do you have any questions? Wherever you... Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I just want to be a positive voice for it, so thanks.
Is there anyone else that would like to come up and speak pertaining to the special use permit?
Madam Mayor, seeing no one, I'll make a motion, we close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
All those in favor of closing the public hearing, please say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed, same sign. Public hearing is now closed. At this time, it is requested that the town of Surf City consider approval of the special use permit as presented.
I'll make a motion, we approve it.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries to approve the special use permit for 412 Roland Avenue. Thank you.
Ms. Kimes, will you draft up a proposed order for us? Yes. Thank you.
The next item is old business. There is no old business on our agenda tonight. At this time, I'm going to ask that we take a 10-minute recess, and then we will come back into a swearing-in ceremony.
Madam Mayor, we're back in order after you hit the gavel. We're back in session.
I, Teresa Batts,
Do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
which are or may be established for the government thereof,
which are or may be established for the government thereof,
and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state.
I will endeavor, maintain, to support, maintain and defend the Constitution of said state,
Not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States.
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
To the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Sandy's here. I mean, Robin's here. Robin's here. His wife. John has a wife.
I, John Koloski,
Do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina,
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
the constitutional powers and authority
which are or may be established for the government thereof,
that may be established for the government thereof.
and that I will endeavor to support,
I will endeavor and support,
maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state,
maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. I think there's three more, wait.
I, Alicia Hawley,
Do
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
which are or may be established
which are or may be established
for the government thereof,
for the government thereof,
and that I will endeavor to support,
and that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state,
maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Getting farther away.
I, Teresa Solomon, do solemnly and sincerely swear
Do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
which are or may be established
which are and may be established
for the government thereof,
for the government thereof,
and that I will endeavor to support,
and I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state,
maintain, and defend the Constitution of said states,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
so help me.
So help me God. At this time, we're going to move on to new business. In your packet this evening was the acceptance of election results. Can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries to approve the election results for 2023. The next item is election of Mayor Pro-Tem. Do I have a nomination on the floor?
Madam Mayor, I have a nomination. I'd like to nominate Councilman Jeremy Shugarts for Mayor Pro Tem.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
I just wanted to say it once.
Motion carries to approve. Jeremy Shugarts is now our Mayor Pro Tem. Next item on the agenda is the Magnolia Reserve configuration. I'm going to call on Amy Combs, our town planner, to come up and present.
Good evening, council, new council members. It's kind of cool to get to be the first person to present in front of the new council tonight. Didn't think about that. So in your packet is the full staff report on Magnolia Reserve Subdivision Phase 7. I'm going to give a quick run through of that packet and not the whole entire packet. So the town council approved Magnolia Reserve's preliminary site plan back in June of 2018. The submitted project showed a 200-lot subdivision being built in 3 phases. Since that time, the developer has decided to record the development in 7 phases. Phases 1 through 6 consist of 185 lots and have already received the final plat approval, with many houses being completed. The remaining 15 lots are located along Lennox Lane and Northern Pintail Court, as shown on the approved site plan. Tom LLC, who is the owner of the site, has recently purchased a portion of property located to the south of the development. The applicant is requesting to reconfigure lots 109 through 115 so that the cul-de-sac known as Northern Pintail Court can be removed and access provided to the recently acquired property. This reconfiguration will not increase the number of lots located within the subdivision. The applicant is also requesting to reconfigure lot 126, which is shown on your site plan as 104 Lenox Lane, to allow the required fire turnaround to be located on property controlled by the developer. The original turnaround was located outside of the limits of ownership of Tom LLC. Due to the fact that this is a recombination and we are not increasing the number of lots, there is not anticipated additional traffic improvements. As I've mentioned, there is additional property behind it that will have to go through a completely different process. It will have to be annexed into town. We will do a traffic review on that. And a subdivision on that. So that's not a part of this. Everything that we're looking at tonight is just in the original limits of Magnolia Reserve. So the development will, with these changes, they will be consistent in the sidewalk layout of the existing development. There is no additional impact to public utilities as we were already serving 200 lots and we're not increasing the lots. There's also no changes to the stormwater permit, as that number is not increasing. And then we did review this as a part of the TRC process to make sure that the proposed streets and lot recombination meets the town ordinances. This item was heard at the November 16th, 2023 Planning Board meeting, and the Planning Board recommended approval as the subdivision recombination. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Does anyone have any questions for Amy Combs? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion, we approve it as presented.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries to approve the Magnolia Reserve reconfiguration. Next item is the Peak Tap House site plan approval off of J.H. Batts Road, and Amy will present that as well.
The Peak Tap House and Kitchen located off of J.H. Batts Road is on approximately 0.82 acres and is located within the C3 extended commercial property. John Urban is requesting on behalf of the Peak Tap House the approval of the attached site plan. This site plan consists of 2 commercial buildings. Each building has 2 1,440 square feet units for a total of 5,760 square feet of space. The applicant intends to operate Unit 1 as the Peak Tap House and Kitchen Restaurant, while the other 3 units will comprise office and retail space. Zoning to the north, south, and east consist of C3, while the area to the west is rural agriculture. The zoning map is in your packet for reference. The site plan has been designed with 2 driveways. The westernmost driveway will be an enter-exit, while the eastern driveway will be an exit only. The applicant provided trip generation based on the ITE trip generation manual, which is the standard that we use for that. The site is anticipated to provide minimal impact during the AM peak and limited additional trips in the PM peak. The site is located on a Town of Surf City street and will not require an NCDOT driveway permit. We will issue that in-house. Additional information regarding the site includes the installation of a 5-foot sidewalk along the property's road frontage. The town will service both water and sewer for this site. The sewer capacity has been allotted for this location in our existing permits. For stormwater, the applicant is utilizing pervious materials to lessen the amount of stormwater runoff, and then they are utilizing underground storage to provide storage of the stormwater from the non-pervious areas. The applicant is providing 38 parking spaces. Based on the proposed use mix of the building and town ordinances, that is the maximum allowed for the site. And on top of that, they will be adding 5 bicycle parking spaces. The site will provide a landscape buffer along all property lines and parking areas per the ordinances, and the site will provide street and parking lot trees. Architectural renderings are in your packet for your review. Please note that the materials used and the percentages provided meet the town ordinances. The item was heard at the Planning Board meeting on November 16th, 2023, and the Planning Board recommended approval of the site plan as submitted. Happy to answer any questions if you have any. Yes, ma'am.
Do
you see any need to put a turn lane or anything in there, or do we have any plans to possibly widen the road and add a middle turn lane there with the new businesses going on across the street and then with increased traffic going to the commuting center for the Parks and Rec?
So that project wouldn't meet warrants that would require them to do it. If in the future the town wanted to do some kind of project, we could look at that. But that particular project would not meet any warrants that would require a center turn lane or a right turn lane.
Does anyone else have any questions concerning the Pete Tap House site plan? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion to approve the Peak Tap House site plan is approved. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll move forward to the manager's report from Cal Brewer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and good evening, council. I got several items I just want to update you on. So Mayor Batts has been invited by Congressman Rouser to provide testimony to the Water Resources and Environment Subcommittee of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Specifically, we will be discussing the Surf City Beach Nourishment Project, as this subcommittee has jurisdiction over water resources programs of the Army Corps of Engineers. The hearing will be held next Wednesday. We're excited to have this opportunity to represent the town in Washington, D.C. The South Shore Stormwater Project, work continues on that project. Had the opportunity to present on this at the North Carolina Beach Inlet and Waterway Conference a couple of weeks ago alongside the project engineer and CDOT representatives. We'll have a check-in meeting tomorrow morning with the contractor and DOT, but things do progress on South Shore. Budget process, we will hold a budget kickoff meeting this Friday with department heads to discuss expectations as they relate to the budget calendar, capital improvement plan, a budget congress, and budget entry. The budget congress will be a new method in which we use to have a collective review of the budget to help prioritize capital needs and future capital investments, educate everyone on the needs and functionality of each department, and to provide a recurring review of financial status and goals. We hope to have a collective process that helps eliminate duplications of goods and services provided. The Recruitment and Retention Committee will hold its final meeting later this week to review the draft plan outlining strategies in hiring recruitment of new employees, identifying efficiencies in the hiring process, and retention of high-performing employees. Their work will finish up by distributing a survey to all full-time and part-time employees to solicit input on these important topics. The plan will be prepared and submitted to council for their review. The first 3 chapters of the updated zoning ordinance were submitted to the town this morning. Staff will begin review along with the planning board. They will be holding a workshop on December 14th. My understanding is that is at 3 p.m. And they'll hold it in the training room behind council chambers. As a reminder, a technical standards manual will be developed after the larger zoning ordinance project is completed. The subsurface irrigation project is underway at Sarge Martin. Land clearing is happening right now, so we're happy to see that. The town has successfully been able to secure the sale of 2 decommissioned fire trucks and are thrilled to have them go to new homes. In addition, the brush truck is being put together by the vendor, and we look forward to its delivery soon. Contractor is working on the public safety boat lift out at Soundside Park, so if you see work going on over there, that's what they're doing. Demo has been completed. They're driving pilings right now, so we hope to see that quickly. Mayor Batts swore in the newest member of our police department yesterday, Philip Rocha. Philip will serve as a master police officer coming to the department with 20 years of service as a military police officer. In addition, we anticipate having 4 graduates of the basic law enforcement training program that are part of our newly created cadet program. So that is seemingly becoming very successful as a pipeline to recruit and hire law enforcement into our police department. So we're very pleased on how that's been turning out. We're thrilled to welcome Kelly Cannon. She's been kind of around here taking some pictures this afternoon to the team as she is serving in the communications specialist role. She will work under emergency management and has hit the ground running, bringing fresh ideas to the town's communications programs, and we appreciate that and welcome you on board. There's Kelly in the back. It was a pleasure to have hosted town staff for our annual Christmas Employee Appreciation event. Again, we had a great turnout, and I'm certainly appreciative to all the hard work that each and every employee does for this town throughout the year. I can't say enough about them. We just had this event for Thanksgiving, seemingly just a couple weeks ago, I guess, but always amazed at the hard work and dedication that all of our staff bring to the town and the services that they provide to our residents and visitors, certainly. So we appreciate that opportunity, and council, we appreciate your support for that. Just wanted to take a couple of minutes. I think Don and Buddy have left, but I would be remiss if I didn't just thank them publicly, both of them, for all of their institutional knowledge of this town, their guidance for a new manager coming into a town. I can't say how beneficial it is having some reliance on council members to be able to really tell me how things go. A great sounding board, both of them, and the work that they did. Buddy with the Parks and Rec committee and working with that department, and Dawn with Human Resources, and it's just so positive for us to be able to bounce ideas off of council members and for them to have or show their support in staff and in moving things forward for the town. So certainly we will miss them. And also too, I'd like to welcome our two new members. Alicia, we had the pleasure of giving the town tour last week. I hope you enjoyed that. There's a lot going on in every little nook and cranny, and Councilwoman and Councilwoman Solomon. We will be doing the same thing this Friday. Look forward to that, and look forward to serving y'all in your new roles as the manager. And if there's anything I can ever do for you, just please let me know. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Mayor.
I'm going to allow Jeremy Shugarts to go next. He's been very patiently waiting for this Mayor Pro-Tem seat, so we're excited for him.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, thank you to Adam Hawley, Mark Solomon, and of course, Robin. Oh, you didn't know John had a wife. That's her, by the way, if you didn't know that, okay? Robin, for putting up with what they put you through for the last 3-4 months. So can we give them a hand if you don't mind, because it's a very difficult process. I wanted to also say, John, I also wanted to say it is an honor to sit next to Mayor Batts. Most of you, she was the first person on this council to reach out to me, sit down with me. She said, if you do 3 words for me, I will be your friend and work with you. She said, if you will shut your mouth. And she says, if you'll learn first. Okay? And, it is an honor. She has a big agenda for our community. And she has a wonderful council that supports her. I know this personally from each one of these. Now, do not be mistaken that this is not a council of people. These are not yes people. And they will challenge you or challenge each other along with the mayor, but we will come to a common ground. There's no doubt about it. And my astute colleague here, Mr. Cannady, slips me notes all the time. Don't be rude, be nice. He always slips me these notes. It's wonderful. I have her over here telling me to shut my mouth. I mean, I'm not going to get crap done, I'll tell you that, okay? So, but it was very, very exciting, and I'm honored to serve this council, serve with this council. It is an exciting time in our city. And, as Xander did a lot for this community, and Teresa is going to have her time to shine and do some things for our community. I'm very excited about supporting her to do that. I do want to mention 2 things real quick. One is our Surf City Live. As you know, we had a couple weeks ago, and the numbers came out just a hair under $49,000 in profit that we made on that event. I think And I think it's not, I'm vested in that wholeheartedly, but if it wasn't for our staff, I can't say enough about Kyle and Jody, Amanda, how they have dug into this thing. And then once we sorted this out, Councilman Koloski and all the staff that jumped in to help out to make this work. And it's not an easy feat. Most of you don't realize that we're at a place almost with this concert that we could be just a few short of what Live Oak's doing in Wilmington. And it is great for our community, great for our businesses, great for the off-season. And I'm very proud of that. Where can you say that you made $50,000 on an event? Okay, and so it's super exciting times, and that's because everybody up here on this council supported that aspect, which is great. So I just want to say thank you very much for this opportunity, council. I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to serve you as the mayor pro tem, and I won't let you down for sure. And Kyle, thank you for what you do. Of course, Carla, our clerk over there, and I just want to say the attorney. So I came in this suit today, and the attorney said, "What are you, the new town attorney?" And so don't want that job. So thank you for what you all do. Appreciate it. So anyway, if we can give the council one more hand, I think they've done a great job. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Skip you, Brian, but I'm going to come back to you in a minute. Okay, we're going to go to Mr. Cannady.
Thank you. I would like to also...
I think this is, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to also thank Don and Buddy for what they've done for the town and the council, and for me personally, helping give me guidance. I hold those two gentlemen in utmost respect, and it's an awkward situation. But when I say that, it's not because I'm not excited here. It's like, who would you trade? Nobody. Nobody wants to pick. But I'm thoroughly excited for Miss Trudy and Miss Alicia, and John with his new election, and Jeremy with his mayor pro tem. I expect some exciting things. I'm going to try to hold everybody's feet to the fire, including myself. And one last thing I want to mention, congratulations to Madam Mayor on her election. I'm excited to see how she's going to guide us in the future. One last thing I want to mention is there was a crucial decision made this weekend that I'm still upset about. I think Florida State got hosed on not being in the national championship. And in closing with that, I'd just like to say, roll tide.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, we're going to go to Mr. John Koloski.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Again, I'll also ditto everybody for Don and Buddy's service. Of course, they've spent a lot of time here. A lot of knowledge in those two gentlemen, and we appreciate their service and appreciate their time. I appreciate the fact that I got reelected. I appreciate that I'm going to be working with all of the new council members, and I think we're going to do great things. We've got some things on the back burner we're going to bring up forward and kind of do the best we can for the people of Surf City, because that's what we're supposed to be here for. We serve you, as I've said before, and that's our job. And if we're not doing it, well, we got to hit the streets then. But anyway, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go to Miss Alicia Holly.
First button. I guess first, just thank you everybody that supported me through this journey. It's not gone on deaf ears, and I want everybody to know that if you want to talk to me, I've had people say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to bother you already, but you're never a bother. So I think that's the purpose of this role, is to be here and listen, and if we're not doing that, we're not doing our jobs. We can't always make everybody happy. I think everybody says that a lot, but I know, especially now, no offense, guys, but having 3 women up here, we're going to make sure compromises happen. And I do think that's important, and communication's important, and I think we've got a great team up here, and I'm looking forward to working with everybody and getting some good stuff done for our town. So thank you.
Thank you.
Not last, right? Brian's still speaking, right?
That's right.
I know. I am really honored to be up here, so thank you. There's a lot of gratefulness in my heart. And I'm thankful for people like Buddy and Don who have served. There's a lot of great knowledge and experience that they brought to the table, and there's just not enough time to say all the great things about them. And I'm glad they're still in our community for us to call upon and such. But I don't take this position lightly, and so with great excitement, I do look forward to listening to all of the residents here. You're my neighbors, you know, even if we don't live on the same street, but I did really enjoy that part of the campaign of really considering you all my neighbors. And so I'm looking forward, like I said, with excitement to listening to all the residents, to working with this really incredible team up here. Really, the town people, the town employees too, the departments, I've already learned a little. I do have a tour coming up. That's going to be interesting. But no, I love the town department staff anyway. I've already met with them several times on different issues. But just pursuing excellence, along with our mayor and a council for the good of Surf City, this place that we love. And so I'm really thankful. So thank you.
Before Brian goes, I'll go, and then I'll let him go last. I just want to say that it is an honor. It is a privilege to sit here, not only as your mayor, but as the council people that sit here beside me. It is a true honor that we sit here and we listen to what you have to say, and it is not taken lightly. Your voice, I've said it before, it matters. The issues that come up with Surf City, not only on a local level, but on a state level, a federal level, we are able to take all those issues that affect our small town and take them up to the place that where we can get answers, and not just get brushed off, but we get answers. Cal Brewer is an outstanding town manager. I would, if I didn't say that at least once a week, it would be a disservice to him. He keeps us together. He keeps us focused. When he gets an email or a question on his desk, he answers it in a very responsive way. And if any of you have ever reached out to him, you know how responsive he is. And he kind of like tries to teach that to all of us as well. Coming on board, I know there's a lot to learn, and we are here for Trudy and for Alicia. I know it takes some time to get into that groove, but we're going to be here for you. I know we just passed Thanksgiving, and I hope you all had a restful time with your family and your friends. And I just want to make sure that you find peace in the Christmas holidays that are coming up, that your hearts be filled with love, and that you can forgive often and love deeply during this holiday season. So we are very thankful to all of our employees in this town that work very hard every day. But most of all, we are thankful for our residents that are constantly showing us support, and you know that if you need us, we are here for you. It is your town, and we are your voice. So thank you again, and Merry Christmas. And now we'll go to the town attorney, Brian Eads.
I just want to echo the sentiments and thank Mr. Helms and Mr. Fowler for their many years of honorable service. It was an honor to work with them. I want to congratulate Mayor Batts, Mr. Koloski, Ms. Hawley, and Ms. Solomon on their successful campaigns. Look forward to working with you guys, and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so can I have a motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion to adjourn.
We have a second.
That in unison.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.